Hi everyone, it's Tom here from the Belfast Music Academy. Thanks for stopping by. If you've come to this video, then you'll know that you're one of our students already, and you've probably completed one or two lessons already. This is where you learn the G chord and the C chord. So if you've previously done the A chord and the D chord, for one thing it probably would have been a bit easier to play. However, one good thing that you'll learn from that is that if you're playing in the key of G, then you'll also need to use the D chord, which you probably will have learnt already. So if you've learnt the D chord, then you'll know that it's that one there. So if you've learned things like chasing cars or anything like that, then you'll be familiar with this shape here. So the shape where you've got these three here. Okay, so I'm just assuming that you know that, and then we'll move on to look at other songs that involve that. Now, what I'm going to do in this video is introduce how to play G and how to play C. They're not terribly difficult, and the great thing about obviously having a video is if we go too fast in the video, then you can obviously rewind and have a look. So just let's get started. Obviously you'd hope that you'd be tuned, and our G is going to end up sounding like this. Now I'm going to show you how to build this chord. We're only using 3 fingers for it, so let's get right into it. The first thing you want to do is take your index finger, this one here, and put it on the 2nd fret on the A string. So that's not the thickest string, it's the 2nd thickest string there. If you remember, Easter bunnies get drunk at Easter. So we've got the A string for at, and then this 3rd fret on the low E string. So you've got these two, so there and there. And then what you want to do is take your ring finger and stick it on the 3rd fret on the highest string. So this the high E. So it looks like that. So if I bring it a bit closer to me, it looks a bit like that there. So you take a sort of snapshot of how that actually looks. Got your index finger there, your middle finger there, and then your ring finger there, and your little finger's just left flailing around like it's best doing. Alright, okay, so if you've got that, it should sound something like this. At this stage, if you have a couple of notes that sound a bit like, don't worry about that because of the fact that you're still learning. Your fingers may not be terribly hard yet, so if your fingers aren't yet hard, it's okay. You'll get used to it and it will sound better eventually. Okay, so that's your G chord. Okay, so what we're going to do then is build your C chord. So you got your G, and then C works very well with that. So I'm going to show you how to build your C chord. Alright, so I'll just move you a bit closer to me, then hang on a sec. Okay, so to build your C chord, all you need to do is take your index finger and stick it on the 1st fret of the 2nd thinnest string. So that's the B, Easter bunnies, so it's the B. And then what you want to do is on the next fret, don't play this string, so that string there. Okay, so you're missing out a string there. See that one missing out? And then your next finger, which is your ring finger, you're putting on there. And then what you want to make sure is that you don't play this string whenever you're strumming. You're only strumming these 5. So we have a look this way. Alright. So if you've got this sound, then you're on to a winner. Now my guitar isn't tuned the best, but if it sounds something like that, then that's kind of where you want to have it. So that's your G and your C. So if you're used to only playing the A and the D and the E, then this may be a bit more of a stretch for you, but that's a good thing because these chords are very often used. For example, Brown Eyed Girl. lots of Eric Clapton, Wonderful Tonight. What else can I think of offhand? Knocking on Heaven's Door. There's one chord in that you haven't learned yet, but it's very easy, very similar to the C. So, knocking on heaven's door. So there's quite a lot you can do with it. You can probably find loads of other songs that use that. If you want a list of songs that you can use those chords in, especially as well with what you've learnt previously with the A, the D and the E. If you want songs that you can use all those chords in, by all means give myself or whoever your tutor is a shout, and they will give you some other songs that you can play with that. Yeah, that's a wee intro tutorial basically on how to play the G and the C. Bear in mind that they go along the D, so you got your G, then your C, and your D. Okay, now I played a wee bit of Brown Eyed Girl earlier, and so if you're interested about the sort of strumming pattern of that, what I'd say is don't get too bogged down in the details, don't get too bogged down in whether it's a down strum or an up strum. Yes, there are some certain technicalities and stuff like that, but if you're anything like me, you'll want to just play it kind of how you hear it, and you'll be well, you probably wouldn't be surprised to know that that's the way it's played. It's played the way that it sounds right. If you can play it and make it sound right, then that's the way you want to be playing it, okay? So I'll just show you, and if you can see what I'm doing here, that'd be great. So. If you want to speak to one of us, whoever is your tutor at the time, if you're being taught by Gaz or myself or Gerard or any of the other tutors here, then by all means give us a shout, and we can let you see the actual chords of that song so you can play along with it. But for now, I'm signing out. So thanks very much, and hopefully you've learned a lot from this. Thank you. Bye.